Amtrak Southwest Chief, running from Chicago Union Station to Los Angeles Union Station. It'll take us 2 days and 2 nights, and we'll be in coach all the way. Welcome aboard. We're going to start at Chicago's Union Station with its cavernous departure hall. It truly is magnificent. This is an epic adventure. We leave on a Friday afternoon at 2:50 p.m, travel the rest of the evening, all the next day, and arrive the following morning in Los Angeles. We have 2 nights on the train. We'll sleep in our seats. We have nowhere to wash. It'll be fun. We are travelling in coach, but we're lucky enough to have a pass to the Metropolitan Lounge, so at least we can leave in style.
The actual train. The conductor is now ready to receive all passengers at this morning. We ask everyone line up down the hallway. Our agent's going to take you to the train. Again, if you need red cap assistance out the front door.
Overall, the lounge is quite nice. It's not up to the standard of the Metropolitan Lounge in New York, but it's a nice place to relax before our long ride. As I said before, in coach we wouldn't normally have access to this lounge, but we're lucky enough to have a pass. It's around 30 minutes until the train leaves, so we'll sit back and relax, maybe have a glass of wine. When the time comes, we'll go down this corridor and the attendant will lead us across to the platform. Okay, it's time to board. We head our way over to platform 18 for our long journey. It always amazes me how narrow and disorganized some of the platforms are. We have luggage carts and people and attendants all mixed up, but we get the job done. Looks like we went too far. Need to go back to the last carriage.
Correct?
Sorry?
You said Union Station, correct?
Los Angeles, yeah.
Let me see that. Sleepers? All the way down.
This is the carriage that we'll spend the next couple of days in. It's big and spacious, even though it's just coach class, and the seats recline, so there's plenty of room. The seats are in a 2-2 configuration, with no armrest between the two seats. There's also a fold-out support under the seats, so with that support and the two seats together, it makes a sort of makeshift bed between the two seats as long as there's no one next to you. We're off and running on our little adventure. It takes ages to get out of Union Station. This place is massive.
Chicago, ending into LA with intermediate stations in between Naperville, Mendota, Princeton. That's the next one's coming up. Naperville, Mendota, Princeton, and then Galesburg. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're sitting in the coaches right in front of you or behind you, there's a trifold for safety instructions, so feel free to look at that. Make sure you look at the safety instructions.
How was that for a station? This is the Metro train next to us, going out at the same speed as us. Going pretty slowly at the moment. We'll pick up speed later.
Wear your mask at all times. Also, too, ladies and gentlemen, the cafe will make an announcement when they actually open, so please do not go to the cafe until
It's pretty slow going as we go out through these outer suburbs of Chicago, averaging 35 to 40 miles an hour. As we get into Western Illinois, we pick up speed considerably and average around about 80 miles an hour and continue on this way for quite a long time. After a few hours, light industrial gives way to cornfields for as far as the eye can see.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next station stop will be Mendota. Mendota will be our next station stop in approximately 5 minutes.
We continue running southwest through Princeton, Galva, and eventually down to Galesburg. These towns seem to exist mainly for the railway. I'm not sure much else goes on here. We're making good time now, averaging around 80 miles per hour. Most of the time it's quite clear, although occasionally we get stuck behind a grain train or some other freight train. The towns around here all look like they're owned by the railroad. BNSF has a major presence. Heading out of Galesburg, we head towards the Mississippi and cross over the mighty river.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, if you're holding a 6:30 dinner reservation, your tables are ready. 6:30. Please make your way to the diner at this time. 6:30. Thank you.
There's an observation car on the Southwest Chief, and this is a particularly popular time for it. That said, there's still even a couple of seats. Stop in Fort Madison for a few minutes, and everyone can get out and stretch their legs. At this point, I decided to take a walk along the train to see the locomotives and to check them out. I asked if we were going to stop for long, and I was told yes, but that's the whistle. Looks like the train's leaving without me, so time to get back on.
This way, actually. Right up these stairs and right back here.
Okay, thank you.
Be careful, watch your step. Be careful.
So we had to jump on in a bit of a hurry there. We might as well take a tour of the train. So these are the sleepers. There are basically two sorts of sleepers, roomettes and rooms. The roomettes take two people and fold down. The rooms are slightly larger. These are the rooms here on the left. More rooms here on the right. These are the larger bedrooms, not the roomettes. There's some coffee that brews all day. And here's some roomettes as well. We'll do a detailed review of the room types on a different trip. So that was 3 carriages full of roomettes and rooms. Now we have the dining car, which is a white linen service, open only to people with the overnight accommodation of sleepers and roomettes. Not currently open to coach passengers. Then next up is the observation car. Downstairs from here is the cafe where you can buy drinks, etc. The observation car's especially busy crossing the Mississippi and as we get down into the desert. After Port Madison, we continue in the Midwest through the wheat fields. We go on for miles and miles. Going in a southwesterly direction, down through Kansas.
You grew up in Los Angeles?
Los Angeles, Louisiana.
Might have went through it.
This is my humble abode for the 2 days. Coach class. Nice big comfortable seats, but still coach. We're getting close to Kansas City where we will stop for a while. I think our stop here was actually about 30 minutes. We didn't get off the platform, but it was a good decent stop and everyone had a good walk around. So after about 8 hours, that's it for day one. Stopped in Kansas City. A bit of rest and get ready for day two. It's a beautiful morning. Wheat fields have turned to a more arid landscape. Overnight we've traversed Kansas and are now into eastern Colorado. Next stop is La Junta, I hope I said that right, which is a major stop in Colorado. Okay, we're off again, heading southwest still to Trinidad. After a considerable time running through the desert, we come to the grand metropolis of Las Vegas, New Mexico.
Every day here at this place called Bucks. Thank you.
I guess this is what I expected a station stop in New Mexico to look like. Not a lot here. After some time though, the desert gives way to some pueblos. The major stop in New Mexico is Albuquerque. This is a combined Greyhound and Amtrak station, and we stop here for at least an hour. After a lengthy stop, where we walked around town, walked to the supermarket, got some snacks, we're off again from Albuquerque.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the continuation of Amtrak train number 3, the Southwest Chief, with service to Los Angeles. Folks, if I could have your attention for just a few moments, I'd like to briefly go over a few items that concern safety. First, located in the seat back in front of you or your sleeping car accommodation, you'll find a safety instructions card. This card will go over the locations of emergency exits should they become necessary. On that note, all exterior doors and windows must remain closed at all times unless opened by uniformed Amtrak employees. Second, while walking throughout the train, shoes are required.
Now we're in the real Southwest. True desert, spinifex, cactus, etc. Mesas. We head across New Mexico as the sun goes down and across to Arizona, and we'll sleep during the night. And hopefully in the morning, wake up around the southern tip of Nevada.
San Diego, please remain on board. Your connection will be made in Los Angeles.
It's early morning on day 3, and we're well into California.
Thank you for riding Amtrak.
Everyone that's been on the train for 2 days is feeling a little ropey, but with a sense of accomplishment. And finally, after a long ride through California, we arrive in Los Angeles. It's been around 42 hours in coach. It's been a grueling trip, but there's a huge sense of achievement. This is Los Angeles' beautiful Art Deco Union Station. Not as grand as Chicago, but beautiful nonetheless.
Amtrak, because the cliffs are unstable, it's not running for about 3 weeks.
After 42 hours on the Southwest Chief, this is the end of the line. Hope you enjoyed this short video. See you on the rails. Please remember to subscribe to my channel and hit like if you appreciate my content. It really helps me out. Thanks.